So in this video we'll show you a quick guitar arrangement for Frank Ocean's song Pink Plus White, and we'll do that in 4 different steps. So let's get started. So the first step is chords. The song is in the key of G major and the time signature is 6/8, which basically means that we have 6 beats of 8th notes, 6/8 notes in the beat. So instead of your regular 4/4 pulse, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, we have a feel of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the chords. The first chord is C major 7. So I have this kind of odd shape. Normally you would play a C major here or here. But this time we're using a thumb over the fretboard, over the neck, where we're actually barring the 6th string on the 8th fret, which is our root, and then muting the 5th string with the same finger. And then we have pinky going on the 10th of the 4th string, ring going on the 9th of the 3rd, and middle finger going on the 2nd string of the 8th fret, and index finger going on the 7th fret of the 1st. So we have this little ladder going on, together with the thumb on the bass. And the next chord is a continuation of the same kind of fashion, where we move our thumb and we fret the 6th string on the 7th fret this time. And we're going to have a little bit of a different shape, where we put our middle finger on the 3rd string, 7th fret, ring finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and index finger is on the 1st fret, 1st string, 5th fret. For now we're not using the 4th string, so we have to be careful when we play it, potentially mute it. And the last chord is A major 9. So again, thumb on the bass, on the root note of the 5th fret of the 6th string, muting the 5th string. Ring finger is on the 4th string, 6th fret. Then index finger is on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and middle finger is on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So we'll be playing these chords in 8th notes, just for now. So you can use your thumb, your pick, or nail. It's up to you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 full bar of C major. Then we have a B minor 7 chord. And then we have 2 full bars of A major 9. You probably noticed I already added the pinky to the 4th fret. So we can do that if you want to, which just goes on the 4th string, 9th fret. So you don't have to worry about muting the string. And let's do it again. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the last thing we need to do in the step 1 is to add the stops on beat 4 for the first 2 chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the A major 9 as before. So let's try again on the beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to kind of choke the chord right away. It's a short hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I like to do is to release the strings if it's not an open string chord, and that way you kind of mute them by releasing them from the fretboard. But also, just to make sure that there's nothing else happening, I tend to rest my right hand on the strings as well. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if I don't move my left hand fingers from the frets, it's still fully muted. Step number 2 is arpeggios. So we're going to break all of these chord shapes down, and we're going to play each string individually, as opposed to playing them all together as before. So it sounds something like this. What I'm playing is the 6th and 1st string together. And then we have 2 and 3 followed by them. Now for the B minor 7 chord, we don't need to use our pinky for now on the 4th string, so you don't have to use that. So once again, we have the 6th string and the 1st string together, and then 2, 3. After that, we have 2 more notes to add on this part, but they're the same notes of the chord, just 2 and 3 right after. So we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On beats 5 and 6, we have to play these 2 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 2 chords together. So A major 9 chord is a bit different. We're going to play the chord on the first beat, and then we will play the second string with a 4/6 polyrhythm. So if my right hand is tapping 6 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my left hand is tapping 4 beats over the same period of time, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But since we have a little bit of a swing feel to it, those notes are pushed a little bit more. So the part itself would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the whole step 2 together. Step number 3 is the groove. We got the chords, we got the arpeggios. Let's add the stabs from the first step. So I'm going to play the arpeggio and add the stab on the beat 4. So slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move to the second chord, exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But remember, we need to add those 2 notes. So you have to be aware of it. You hit hit the chord, and you have those 2 notes on beat 5 and 6. So let's try again from the C major. So you just need to remember that. And for the A major 9 chord, we're going to add another hit on beat 4 of both bars. So we will go. So the first hit that I'm doing on beat 1 is a bit softer, and I'm actually plucking the strings with my fingers. And then the second hit is a bit more aggressive, and I'm doing it with my nails. It definitely gives that a bit more dynamics to it. And it's actually okay if the first string rings out as well, because it's exactly the same note as the one fretted on the second string. And the whole part together. So step number 4 is what I call the life. So we're going to add a bit more life to it, a bit more groove to it by adding a couple of more notes just to give it a bit more bounce. So we have the first chord. Then we have that long gap between the hit, the arpeggio and the hit. So we're going to add one more note, that 4th string that's never been played, hasn't been played so far. So it'll go something like this. Right? And we add that note on beat 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that second chord is quite busy for you to just to be aware of. So the first 2 chords again. And for the last chord, we're going to add the bass just before the stab. So we go. So really slowly. at the end, on the second bar, just before we go back to the C major, after the last E note on the second string, we're going to add another A on the sixth string. So we go. So that's on the beat 6. So if we were to count it, it would go something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you go back into the C major. So the whole thing really slow, but sounds something like this. And a little bit faster. So there you have it. We just learned an arrangement for Frank Ocean's song Pink plus White. You can start at any step you feel. If you still need to work on the chords, that's absolutely fine. Just work your way, get used to those shapes, because keeping that thumb up there might be tricky for some of you, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.